Alright. Hey everybody, it's me, I'm your favorite 50% fanboy, 50% genius indie VTuber, also known as C-Sign-NX, and welcome back to more Snowbreak Containment Zone. Last time, we started off on the Valor Reflection of Valor, sorry. Please don't tell me I messed up the title on the stream. Reflection... Okay, we're good. Anyway, so today we're gonna do more of the story. I expect to stream about an hour and a half. We'll also be doing the side content events stuff. I mean, technically the story is the event, but you know, you get the point. As always, grab a snack or a drink, ideally water, because that's what's best for you. Check your posture. Hope you enjoy the stream. Jesus Christ, I already can't talk. And I probably need to get more water. Anyway, we have Memory Mosaic. We have Mashiro Lotus. I assume it's like, yep. Invite. Oh, I haven't invited her yet, right? Never noticed she has a beauty mark. But yeah, every time you get a free 6-star operator, that happens basically. Something similar happened with Raiko in the last version, but I don't think I had the option to like click away. Like, I was forced to, what's the word? Get her immediately. So, we're gonna have to piece the puzzle again. Filling up the body is usually the easy part because it has most unique pieces. Such as the eye features, her ears. It gets hard towards the end when you have like the sky and like the background. But usually it's not that hard. You can, you know, take your time. It's, you know, there's no need to rush. I really don't know where this goes. It's probably in the sky. Maybe somewhere on the railings. That goes there. Okay. This is right here. Bottom left corner. There's the ocean in it. It's right here. This, can't really tell. That's a wing. If you really have trouble, there is an auto place. What the auto place does is that it gives you, it finishes placing one piece for you every minute or so. There. What is that plot point? Anyway, for up to this point, after finishing the puzzle, you get a bunch of her, what are these called? Octus cores, and you get her weapon. And also you get to level up the weapon. As you go on, you also get to get her logistics, so you know, you can also buy them from her store if you for some reason can't complete it. But I would recommend you just getting them for free. You have Clarina to trial. I'm just going to trial her to get rid of the notification. I should also mention that there's drops on Twitch if you're on YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you should go on Twitch if you play the game. If you're on Twitch, I don't remember how long you need to watch for the drops. Oh my god, the frame drops. her base outfit? I cannot remember what her base outfit looks like. I need to redo my audio because I changed my audio settings. Here's your audio settings, and that might be the reason why I can't hear footsteps in games. Well, I could hear, but like not very well. And now I changed my settings, I can hear a lot better in Delta Force. Okay, so this is the new Mashiru's outfit. Bundle, you have her outfit, voice line. I don't know the spin for creative, just the animations and use visual effects. That's normal. Have we trialed her base form yet, or like the base Lotus form yet? I don't remember. No special dodge. Alt. I don't really know how that works. Sniper. And has an auxiliary unit that can attack enemies on its own. And pick up these. Oh well. She's probably my first 5-star sniper. Alright, relatively tame. But there's that. I guess we should look at the story then, because it's a new bundle. Here. Perfect Promise Bundle. You get her skin. The blessing is too long to remember, Nya. But my wish for all the good luck to come to you is sincere, Nya. And the weapon, Rose Veiled Promise. Roses embody the fire of fiercest love. Their pure exteriors consume the truest promises. And there's the same thing. Yep, okay. Dailies. You know what, let's mix things. Let's do a bit of the story, and then we're gonna do like one of the side events and then the story. Yeah, I think this is gameplay. Yeah, this is gameplay. Get a crappy character, or not a crappy character, but one of our newest characters. It's probably gonna be yeah, well, sure. Let's go with Mashiru. They showed her in the squad. Oh, it's probably her new form, isn't it? Her old form. Nope, it's gone. Never mind. Let's do that again. Receive. Asia. There. You're being watched. Where? Probably lab has some reason we look at it. like jumping abilities or what?
ここなんか変だよ。はしごも階段もないし、どうやって通るの？ハッキングするから少し待ってて。
Gravity switch. Step on the device to change your orientation of gravity, allowing you to walk on walls.
権限ゲット。なるほど。ここは宇宙飛行士の訓練ルームだから重力の働く方向。なんか不思議な気分だね。突き当たりにエレベーターがあるはず。上にタイタンがいるから気をつけてにゃ。このけがれめ。
And this kind of game mechanic is really not too common, but it's certainly common enough that I know it exists and I know how to navigate it. I kind of started it in Panic Gravity. I can't really recall what other games have it. But certainly not the first to do it. I really don't know what kind of people will need to be handheld through that section. There we go. I guess that works as a portal. Progress 4. On a rooftop, I replayed the call I just had with the headquarters.
その分析員、その聞きたいことがあるの。
どうぞ。
長将と陣陽の連携はロザン対策として考えた戦術なんでしょ？
そうよ。It gave us a lot of trouble at New Hansura. After that, I started looking for a way to counter her, or at least blunt her edge. We both manipulate Titagen, so I figured I could turn that against her. That's how the Death Knell started. But I also needed insurance, something to keep me from being hit the same way. That's where your specular way come in.
じゃあどうして私なの？相手はあのロザンだよ。私なんかよりもリフ先輩かファニー先輩の方がずーっと信頼できるんじゃない？
What do you think?
私？自分で考えてもわからないから聞いてるの。
We fought through 42 life and death missions together. The specular ray needs you locked on me in combat, tracking, shooting, moving in sync with me. So tell me, who else could I trust with that?
なるほど。わかった。ブブ分析員の期待に絶対に応えるぞ。
I assume that's like her unique animation morph, because I don't recall her having, like anyone else having that set of animations. No need to put that much pressure on yourself.
やっぱ張り切った方が性に合うんだ。立派な覚醒者に立派なヘイムダル隊員になるために私は頑張ってるんだもん。
本物？
うん。だって神覚神経を持ってるから立派な覚醒者だなんて、そんなの甘えだよ。
What makes someone a real manifestation in your eyes?
それは一人前のヒーローじゃないと。カーシア先輩みたいにすっごい特技があるとか、ファニー先輩みたいにオーラだけで敵をぶっ飛ばすとか、マーシル先輩だって試乗車に邪魔されても正確に長所を発動して敵を追い払えて、私を必要としてたから答えないとってかっこよすぎるよ。私もいつか分析員にあんなセリフが言えるようになりたい。
Makes it easier sound than it actually is, doesn't she? Well, want to know how she does it? Let's ask her directly. Asher was perched on the balcony rail, legs swaying, gaze lost somewhere past the horizon. What if her sensors had just pointed our way the whole time? Quietly eavesdropping. What was going through your head when you faced Esther?
終わったって思ったにゃん。この戦術装備は感知と偵察能力に特化したものだから、情報収集と即時処理は得意だけど、あんな密林で接近戦に持ち込まれちゃったら助かる見込みはほぼないにゃん。え、でもさっき
You'll think all sorts of things when it's life or death. Fear, doubt, hesitation. It's normal. The difference between the strong and the weak isn't that the strong don't feel fear, it's that they don't let them get controlled by it. Everyone's afraid sometimes, even me. People are complicated. In stories, heroes always look fearless and perfect, but that's fiction. Simplified. It doesn't matter what she felt. What matters is what she chose to do.
わかった。ブブもっと頑張るぞ。一日も早く立派なヘイムダル隊員になってみせるね。
I mean, you already are. I almost said it, but held back. She wouldn't understand yet what she believes in if it ever truly existed. It would be too cruel a goal to chase. I couldn't let that happen, so there's no need to tell her now. For the moment, there are still threats inside the sanatorium that needed to be handled. Sophie, even under the confinement serum, what else could Eda be hiding that might be a threat to me? Roseanne, has she really shown everything she's got? Can I really take her down this time? Instant regeneration that defies reason, grayscales forming on the fly, strength and agility far beyond projections, and a will strong enough to withstand a death knell. Remembering Sapphire's words, I raised my hand again. Focus, then let it split. Guide to Tutagen, bit by bit, through my skin. A thin silver shell coated my hand. I curled my finger and gave it a flick. Sharp metallic clicks rang out, like tapping on steel. An idea began to take shape. Those gray scales were Tutagen drawn to the surface, hardening into armor in an instant. Roseanne's control over Tutagen was absolute, precise, instinctive. She could reinforce any point with Tutagen the moment it was struck. That same technique could be turned into a weapon. I focused again. Fused Tutagen with the fast twitch muscle fibers in my arm, and threw a punch into the air. Strike ripped through the air, bursting with a sharp sonic boom. Bubu and Masuda had been silently watching the whole time. When my punch flashed through the air, Bubu gasped. That punch matched Roseanne's speed in combat, but there was one key difference. I needed setup. She could fight like that from the start. I laid out my theory to Bubu and Masuda for coordinating our death note strategy. Intel like this was critical.
その守りを崩せる方法はないの？分析員の話から推測すると、ロザンのその防御は攻撃の当たる場所を正しく読み取る必要があるみたい。攻撃の当たる場所を、もしくはこれから攻撃を受けることを知らないなら防御はできないはず。
その通り。でも、standard attacks won't do much. She heals too fast.
二人の言う通りなら、ジンヤオが3回目の上昇のパルスを防いだ時点で、ロザンはすでに喉、胸骨と心臓を修復し終えたことになる。さらに、サフィールの話を合わせて考えれば、ロザンのタイタン物質を操る力は、瞬時に細胞を修復できるほどに強くなってる。多分細胞、さらに器官の一部の機能をタイタン物質で賄えているのかもしれない。そんなのもう人間じゃないよ。
Ymir just stopped being humans a long time ago. Their bodies answer to their Deros now. They just mimic human behavior to look like us. It's kind of like the ship of Theseus, where, you know, if you took a ship and you took it apart and rebuilt it, it is still the same ship. Or if you had a ship, you know, you changed out the different wooden boards over time because of like age and repair, and eventually all the boards are gonna get replaced, and by that time it's still the same person. So it's kind of like that. Rosalind's different though. She's probably suppressing her Delos completely. Among manifestations, only Life and Fanny have ever done that without outside support. As I spoke, I lifted my hand again, drawing Tidage into the back of it. Why is that freaking darkening? Guiding the flow carefully, I split open the skin of my hand. Blood welled from the torn capillaries running down my wrist. I focused. Every thought pinned on channeling the Tidage. Divide, then divide again. I pushed my will outward, tracing Tidage coursing through my body. It was like seeing the microvascular network itself, thread by thread. I used Tidage to stitch the torn tissue closed. I guess our vision is like getting dark because like we're hurting ourselves. Couldn't see Mashiru's face clearly. To be honest, I was seeing stars.
マイクロメートルレベルでタイタン物質を正確に操らないといけない。
Micron is a unit of measurement.
なのに1回でできたなんて本当に一度もやったことがないの。
Give me a sec, my head's spinning.
これが分析員と私たちの違いなのかもね。分析員は覚醒者じゃないけど、あの予想外の銃撃でゲノムに異変が起きている。今の分析員の体はもうタイタン物質がベースとなっているかもしれない。あ、そうそう。タイタン物質への適応性は人それぞれってサフィールちゃんが言ってたよね。きっと分析員は適応性がすっごく高い方なんだよ。
Even so, catching up to Rosa won't happen overnight. But if I can make any progress at all, it'll help. Now I just need to figure out how.
さあ、今の話もただの推測に過ぎないにゃ。
Thought about clearing out the Terrigen in the area. If we run into a Titan, I want to study its structure up close. Use the fight as a test, see if I can push this ability further.
一体のタイタン物質を完全に除去するのはちょっと難しいにゃ。通信を妨害できるほど膨大にあるんだから。ここに上がってくる途中にもたくさん変異者がいたよね。ここは療養センターだったから、変異者たちはみんな療養センターの元患者だったりするかな。
It's like going to a hospital in a zombie movie, you know? The hospital is going to have a lot of zombies because of the people that can't walk or run, or like they were comatose but they got brought back by the virus. Most likely, Sophie said those changed were once her followers, now just poor souls twisted by Terrigen. Let's end their suffering. Move slow, clear them one at a time, then look at the Terrigen source. If Rosa can tap into this Terrigen source, so can I. The readings indicate that it's under. Move in until we find it. Ato hitotsu. Any issues with your new exercise, Mashiru?
全然。多機能集積センサーが大活躍したし。
The ears on Mashiru's head twitched. She raised her hand, the death knot was rested in her palm. Its inner gears glowed faintly.
上昇の効果もバッチリにゃん。それに使うたびにセンサーが連動して効果を記録するから、次の戦闘ではもっとよくやれるにゃん。
そして君は
陣ヤオの操縦もうまくできてるよ。まあ、まだいろいろ試してない機能があるけど。
You get the chance. Stay sharp. The Death Knot's already been revealed, and Roseanne's probably figured out how the speculator array works by now. The last battlefield didn't favor us. We lacked steady mid-range support, and Roseanne's power far exceeded projections. With crossfire coming from multiple angles, splitting up was the right call. But, Boo, you need tighter coordination with Mashiru. Your exosuits were designed to back each other up. Splitting up helped you eliminate the enemies quickly, but that left Mashiru pinned by accident. She couldn't trigger the Death Knot in time. Yosh, if I'm not around to issue orders, you follow Mashiru's lead.
でもまたロザンに遭遇したらどうする?
And we don't engage into the Titan sources queue. After that, the death knells are leverage. That'll keep Roseanne's movement in check. I've figured out most of her tricks by now. Once we eliminate her regeneration, she'll have lost her edge regardless of whether we use death knell. I'm going to purge every trace of Titan here. She'll feel it, and she'll come for me. And she knows I know that. Alright then, let's move out. Land started to form. If that burst of power I just pulled off from that punch, if I timed it right, I might be able to match Roseanne's output. And I could turn her ambush back on. With Mashiru's sensors online, we moved carefully through the sanatorium. The Whispecular array unfolded into a shield with Mashiru moving behind its cover. It used a sniper rifle to quietly drop every change in sight. Each time one fell, I drew in the Titan left behind in their bodies. The sanatorium was eerily quiet. Wisdom was patient, and so was I. No need to rush. Steady was enough. The place was huge. At this place, we'd still be sweeping by sundown. We kept moving, but nothing stirred. The halls were unnervingly still. No sign of Sophie or the two girls. It felt like we were just the only ones left. Us and, well, the change. Easy. Stay patient. What's that old shoujo saying again? You can't clap with one hand. When there's a big gap in strength, the weaker side won't strike first. The stronger side has to give them reason to fight. Maybe it's something they think they can gain. They just misread the situation. One way or another, you make them believe they can win. Notori that. Kind of radiation. Radiation is going through like walls, and it's either beta or gamma. Probably gamma, given that beta can't penetrate a lot of stuff. If you can't find it, Rosen can't either, unless the Titan here is fun by her, but that doesn't add up. Leaving an endless supply behind just to fight us out on the highway makes no sense. I should have pointed ahead. A Titan was pacing in the middle of the hall. What happened to the suppressed sniper rifle? Boo boo. The spectacular was shifted and reformed. A tall mirror rose between us and the Titan. From the Titan's perspective, we vanished. The surface reflected only the empty hall, erasing every trace of us from view. There was another function of the specular array. Its polished surfaces packed with image sensors and optical projectors, able to capture one view and project it onto another. It can even process and alter the image in real time. Right now, it was feeding the background behind us onto its front face, erasing the three of us from the Titan's sight. It's kind of like that, is it Mission Impossible? Where they were like going through a carpeted hallway and they had like a massive screen covering them. The illusion shifted with the Titan's gaze. But if there were multiple enemy lines of sight to account for, or if we moved too quickly or too suddenly, the image would warp at the edges and give us away. Yeah, so same problem with that system in that movie. The screen quote-unquote malfunctioned because there's another guy at the end of the hallway. And the screen didn't know whose vision to account for. We would ease the specular way forward. Inch by inch, she and Mashiru held their breath. I watched our rear, bracing for a sneak attack from one. Once we were close enough, I slipped out of cover and destroyed the Titan's core before I could react. Titans are easy prey for me now, but as I brought it down, I made sure to keep its body intact for study. Keep watch for me. I knelt to lay a hand on the Titan's remains. Eyes closed, I traced the structure of the Titan that made up the Titan's armor. A faint silver sheen resurfaced on the back of my hand. So that's how it works. I stayed still, shifting the Titan into its energy state and channeling it through my muscles, drawing it in. The sanatorium was almost clear of residual Titan now. Was all of a sudden residential. Google managed to help position in that tactical gray zone, close enough for me to reach if things went wrong, but maybe not fast enough in case of a sneak attack. I appeared to be focused on the Titan's remains. And that's when she appears. No, my attention was already on Booba and Mashi. If I were her, I'd strike at Boo. Mashi would be limited while operating the Death Knell. I assumed that Roseanne would have their Death Nest there. Without Booba's particular ray, I'd be caught in its effects too. In our coordinated Death Knell attack, Booba is Roseanne's best shot at breaking through. If Roseanne wanted to make a move, now's the time. I channeled the Titan, letting it surge through every muscle. Seconds ticked by. Yep, there she is. Then, without warning, a figure burst from the shadows, lunging straight for Boo. I shot forward, muscles coiled tight. What? Coiled tight! In a blink, I was between them. She seems shocked. Roseanne's eyes widened in surprise. Then my charged punch connected square with her chest. I'm gonna go get some water while, we are not in the middle of a story yet. I mean, like, 30 seconds maybe. Alright. I think I have one more progress in me, and then we can do the events, like the event content, and then we can maybe do one progress anyway on the stream. I think that's how we're gonna do this, but we'll see what happens. The impact sent her flying like a baseball, slamming into a wall and breaking through the concrete. I'd use what I just learned about Titan to catch her completely off guard. Death Knell! I charged without hesitation. No need for further orders. Boo Boo was ordered right behind me. Timing the Death Knell had become trickier. The incident fired, I had to pull back. Staying too close would only blunt its effect on Roseanne. Her defense was reinforced with Titan, and I had to finish her within the narrow window of a single activation. If I dropped my guard and took the Death Knell's waves head-on with her, I couldn't be sure I'd land a kill before that window closed. Once each of those 3 waves ended, the Titan in her system would knit her back together, erasing the damage. I had already planned for that. I knew how to turn this fight my way. The circular ray thrummed? That's the first time I've seen that word. Thrummed behind me. The Death Knell was seconds from firing as I reached the wall where Roseanne had crashed. A shadow flickered across my sight. I barely got my arm up before something slammed into me. Arrgh. I turned to stagger. Roseanne's charge. Counterpunch hit like a cannon, driving me back. I stumbled several steps to bleed off the impact. Worse, the first Death Knell wave had already gone off. To minimize the Death Knell's backlash on myself, I'd held back from using the Titan engine during the charge. Roseanne saw through it. She took the crash of the wave and ate the full blast just to land a counter. Hold! The opposite walls of the lobby were shattered, cracked like spiderwebs. I called off the next Death Knell strike. Stone and dust hadn't even settled before Roseanne was back on her feet. She ripped the blood from her face, fresh streaks from her nose, mouth, and the corners of her eyes. She must have channeled Titan for that hit. The Death Knell tore straight through it, leaving her with brutal internal damage. Bold move. I regrouped with Boo Boo and Mashi. The specular ray scattered when I hit it by accident was already reforming behind us, stepping back into place for overwatching cover. He spat dark red blood onto the floor. Mashiru.
エステルの場所を特定できた。
いいだろう。He's the first target, and Roseanne's got her sights on too as well.
わかった。
I ignored Roseanne's muttering. We had cleared the surrounding environment of Thanagen. All she had left was what she'd stored inside her. If I waited long enough, she'd burn through that reserve on her own. Roseanne narrowed her eyes, studying me. Neither of us wanted to be the first to move. I stayed put because I couldn't waste this chance, but if she was still holding back, does she still have another move left? Reza stepped forward. Mashiru raised the death knell. Two shots left. My flaw was obvious. I decided when to fire, but Mashiru was the one who had to pull the trigger. He was shifted by the heartbeat. Openings came and vanished in a blink. In a fight, where speed and strength pushed past human limits, a death knell strike could go to waste in an instant. Forget the death knell for now. Raised my fist, challenged intelligence surging through me. Speed gave me an edge in raw power and speed. But Rosa's knowledge of it was far beyond mine. She could hold that state almost indefinitely, while I had to keep redirecting intelligence again and again. Esther stepped out of the shadows. The first thing I saw was her eyes, dull and glassy. They looked brittle, lifeless, like dried wood or your cracked riverbed. The moment our eyes met, fire roared and waves crashed. Something inside her ignited, as though she just found a reason to exist. Rosen's eyes held a cold, clean, almost surgical kind of killing intent. Esther's were different. Dense, fevered, clouded with hate. It was as if she'd born for that hatred, made to carry it, and to end it. Then a scream of long-suppressed rage tore free, echoing down the hall. He charged straight into our standoff. Roseanne just smirked, letting Esther barrel toward me as I gathered my strength. To Roseanne, Esther was clearly disposable. If sacrificing her brought us sliver an advantage, Roseanne would do it without hesitation. It came like a bullet, fully committed, no reservation, no concern for the damage it would do to her. Hit with speed and force beyond even the manifestation's reflexes, like a vehicle at full throttle. Roseanne followed close behind, using Esther as cover, like a knight charging with lance and shield. Only had time for a glance back. Good, Mashiru and Bubu caught on instantly. Precision power flare. The death knell began to spin. At this range, Bubu didn't race at a spectacular rate to shield me. The strike will be hers to make. The key to her victory was simple: drain Roseanne's citizen reserves. The decisive factor wouldn't be me or Roseanne. It would come down to Esther, Mashiru, and Bubu. Esther was the soft target. Taking her out or capturing her would tip the balance. With Esther gone, Roseanne will be facing a 3-on-1. But if Roseanne disabled Bubu and Mashiru, our death knell plan would fall apart. There were easier targets for her than I was. So I aimed the charge strike at Esther. Even with the death knell second turn firing, I took the shot. I launched forward, first coiling through my frame, legs, hips, shoulders. My red fist shot out like a cannonball, leaving the barrel, colliding with Esther's fist. Her snapped like bamboo cracking. My punch cut straight through, her shoulders buckled next. She couldn't even take the edge of the impact. The red line shield shattered, and Roseanne stood exposed behind her. Now the trust was Roseanne's. When her remaining intelligence blocked me, knowing the death knell's wave was right behind it, I took the hit head on. Esther was already down, stumped against the far wall behind me. Bubu had moved into position, ready to act instant the death knell fired. The instant I saw Roseanne's expression, I knew exactly what she was about to do. For the first time, two rifles clashed head-on, both driving Tedigen at full force. The instant we collided, the death knell's wave hit Ex's. I need to drink some water. The death knell's wave hit as expected. The hydrogen in my body snapped from energy back to matter under the phase lock. Cells built to channel that energy ruptured under the strain. Everything went red. I felt like my blood froze and shattered. Ice-tipped needles racing through my veins. Blades slicing inside me. Across from me, Roseanne's eyes burned crimson. Her mouth twisted into a furrowed grin. Her next save was already building, yet she forced her right fist up, fighting the phase lock. That critical moment, a figure flashed past my flank, a dull, unmistakable crack of bone fall. Then charge broke off in an instant as Bubu knocked her from the front, sending her crashing the other way. The trap yelled, Bubu lunged like a tiger pouncing, driving her elbow straight into Roseanne's chest. The Inkimir furious follow, midair, off bounds from the Death Nose wave. Roseanne had nowhere to go as Bubu hit her again and again. The Death Knell fired for the third and final time. Finally lost pace with Roseanne. The moment she realized she couldn't close the gap, she tore through Roseanne's guard, her chest already a mangled ruin, and drew both guns. Special rounds built to rip through intelligence slammed into Roseanne. Recall pinned her to the wall until the magazines ran dry. Who would search for it to finish it? Heard Mashiru's force from behind. She'd hit her limit, but there was no time to check on her. Nemesis spread through me as I charged at Roseanne. I was only 5 meters from her. Boo, barely 2. Before her eyes, Roseanne's chest, shredded by gunfire, started knitting itself back together. I pushed past Boo Boo and drew my right fist. Drew back my right fist. I could hear her heart starting up again. Step, coil, strike. My hand shot out from the billowing dust, catching my punch-based swing. Palm to knuckles, stopping it against her chest. Her sternum was laid bare, streaked with great vitality as flesh crept back over the bone. If it had been a second, even half a second faster, it would have ended there. But it didn't. Even that wound couldn't stop her. She recovered. But then unexpectedly, a fourth Death Knell wave hit the field. Mashiru was pushed past her limits. I fought the urge to look back. I knew this was her last play. Everything she had thrown in to help me bring Roseanne down. As I was winding up the killing blow, I saw Roseanne's face. She was calm, even with the last deadliest Death Knell wave bearing down on her. At the edge of my sight, her other hand climbed around Esther's head. A massive surge of intelligence burst from Esther, seeping through her skin, arcing toward Roseanne's heart. Before the wave could hit, that intelligence streamed down her arm, hardening over her left chest and skull into a solid shield. The blast struck with a muffled thud, but with that layered shielding, and the phase lock still gripping me, there's no finishing her now. Then the intelligence began to flow again, mending her body from within. Nah. Putting through the last Death Knell wave, I gave the order. Fall back! Grabbed the unconscious Esther and pulled her with me. Bubu helped Mashiru to her feet, and we fell back from Roseanne. A thunderous roar ripped through the air behind us, and glanced back. Something 2 stories tall was hauling itself up where Roseanne had fallen, raining the sanatorium walls and paper. Creature smashed through the hall, the ceilings, the walls, everything above us. The sky gaped open. Once he put some distance between us, I left her and Mashiru, her lips wet. Skin shading to purple, she was in no shape to keep fighting. Behind us, the monster had taken full form, 4 arms flexing, her whole body sheathed in intelligent. Beneath it, Roseanne's face surfaced and sank with every breath. Not Titan, not human. Something new. Intelligent fused with flesh, alive in ways it never should be. I saw no way to beat it. A sudden spike of pain stabbed through my skull. We must have followed too. She staggered, caught the wall for balance, and started gagging. Something's coming. We need to shake Roseanne first. She's catching up. Move. Found in the sanatorium basement.
外の覚醒者は全員死傷者に足止めされてる。ここにいる2人も悪戦苦闘中。つまり分析員、私のことはどうでもいいの？ それとも初めから眼中になかったのかな。見くびられたもんだね。
Anna muttered to herself. Behind her, Sophie stood with head bowed, holding Elena. Anna lay limp in Sophie's arms, eyes closed as if asleep. The tension over her skin had begun to crystallize. Hours ago, the child hadn't been this bad. Massive stockpiles of tension around them must have been eating away at her body. Anna didn't care. She lifted both hands. Hundreds of lights sparked to life between her palms. She gathered them, raised them higher, and higher still, until they streamed upward and vanished into the ceiling. Sophie hummed a lullaby under her breath. Slowly, the tension in Elena's brow eased. In the cracked floor above, Hela-class titans were coalescing. After a long moment, one took form at last. With no tree left in Yaris, Edda had stockpiled the last reserves of Titan near Northwind Aerospace Center, from a temporary link to a tree far away. From this place as her anchor, she drew fragmented Titan across the distance from Ulcer's tree into the Titan's forming body, pulling it into the world. Colossus shoved through the wall and stepped out, heavy-footed, agonizingly slow. As it moved, another mode of light drifted into the emptied space. More fragmented Titan poured in, heralding the next Hela-class Titan's descent.
新しい仕事だよ。すべてのタイタンが降臨した後、みんなを引率すること。ユグドラシルがフワルナに足止めされて、分析員もこっちを構う余裕がない間に、北風宇宙センターをコテンパンにするんだ。そこは軍の米欧ウルフ中隊しかいないから、ヒーラー級が何百体もいれば好き勝手暴れるはず。前の仕事のご褒美。それから君が覚醒者と軍からの自衛手段として、今回の報酬は先払いしてあげる。
Edda extended her hand. Titan gathered out of the air before her, then broke apart. Instead of fading as it normally would, the Titan broke into thinner flakes, snow white, and wholly under Edda's control. For a baptism, the Titan streamed into Sophie, seeping into every organ, every cell. Roused by the Titan's descent, then soothed by Sophie's song, Elena awoke one last time, served by the Titan so close around.
Sophie, お姉ちゃん、私、死ぬの？両者お姉ちゃんに会いに行くの？
We brushed a hand over Elena's face, dusted it now with tiny foaming crystals. Her voice caught before she could speak.
よし、いい感じ。
That, Edda was gone.
眠りなさい。安らかに。
Sophie hummed softly. Edda's blessing seemed to have given her voice a strange new power.
楽園。深淵。安らかな眠りを。もう、痛くないから。
Whisper, Elena smiled. The breathing slowed, then ceased. At Sophie's touch, a glowing orb of fragmented Titan rose from her body. He cupped the light and drew it to her chest, where the glow slowly sank beneath her skin.
イリナ、あなたは永遠に私と共にあります。
Laid Elena down, sat beside her, and kept her silently. That was it. I mean, like each progress is longer than before, but I feel like it could have been longer. Yeah, I can do one more. I got one more progress in me. Descent. It's in Fantasia. Keep using Boo Boo for now, unless it's like a really long range fight. point of coming here? Couldn't you just go around?
くらえ。またこの感覚気持ち悪い。タイタンが現れたせいかな。それともエッタ？怖い？ううん、全然怖くないもん。ブブ頑張るよ。重複障害だね。諸悪滅上滅。今なら秘訣充実、やる気満々だよ。この汚れめくらえ。分析員ブブの活躍すごかったでしょ。
No, open up. Nope.
ただますますベンズだよ。なんてったってヘイムダルだから。
Oh.
ブブは大丈夫だから集中して。くらえ。
One of these has the exit,
くらえ。
I assume.
好奇一絲でからずだよ。
I guess now we're in the underground area because we dropped one level further.
シャドウドライブ。この汚れめ楽勝だったね。逃がさない。くらえ。ロザンの気配が消えた。あの化け物どうやら負けたみたい。そうだね、一旦ここで休もう。私のすべてを捧げるにゃ。
Alright, let's keep going. Relying on wits and familiarity with the terrain, finally managed to shake off Roseanne for the time being. When we found a room that was less exposed, I decided we should rest. Keep a close eye on her.
わかった。
Drop that switch to the ground. Truth to be told, there's no real need to watch her. I'd already checked. There was no trace of tension left in her body. She was just an ordinary person, though stronger than most. People placed smashing her on the bed. Her condition had improved slightly since before, but still far from reassuring. Sweat had matted her hair to her face. Her pinky finger trembled as though she were enduring some kind of agony. I lifted her into my arms, holding her close, gently stroking her face. Her heartbeat was faint, but it still held a steady rhythm. As I held her hand, her fingers unconsciously tightened around mine. Mashiu. I called her name softly as I soothed her back. Kokodayo Mashiu. I retrieved a cardiac stimulant from her pocket and injected it into her arm. The moment she began to stir. Feeling any better?
大丈夫。
Daijobu? Look at how much pain you're in. I didn't know how to scold her, but she had pushed herself to this extent for my sake.
タイタンの数が一気に増えてる。
Yeah, I know. On the way, I confirmed the source of the sharp, stinging sensation I had felt during the fight. Countless titans from the window now, I could see them gathering outside the sanatorium's walls. I also had confirmed something else. The immense energy I had sensed when we first got near the sanatorium must have been the work of Veda. The tree in Eurus had long been destroyed, yet she was still able to elicit descents. She must have planted a massive amount of hydrogen in the area, creating a relay node connected to other trees far away. After the tree was destroyed, she still wanted a way to disrupt our use of Northwind Aerospace Center. So she hit a trigger here, waiting until I turned my attention to the system station to set it off. But my true goal was never the system station. Inside a specially built chamber with veneers though. A while before leaving for New Hen Zero. Upon work, the confinement serum is taking effect. I pause, and across the main, Tao's eyes narrowed slightly. Northwind Aerospace Center should be ready by now.
宿りに宇宙ステーションへ行くと。
What do you think?
まだ要検討の部分が多いと言うべきでしょう。エッタは意識が芽生えた日から毎日のように宿りに宇宙ステーションのファイアウォールを強化しています。仮にエッタから妨害を受けなくとも、あのファイアウォールはそうたやすく破れるようなものではありません。
What if we factor in Genghis? Would that be enough to make Edis even slightly react as if she were threatened?
こちらに号車がついているとはいえ、相手はエッタです。リスクを鑑みて承認はできません。一刻も早くこの事態を解決したいでしょうけど、少なくとも宇宙ステーションへ向かうことに関してはもう少し時期を待つべきかと。
I think I'd actually go.
冗談なら行き過ぎですよ。それともあなたには私がそんなに暇に見えます？
I saw resignation in her eyes. I gave her a faint, apologetic smile. I just need to make sure that my motive is convincing enough in other people's eyes.
さあ、どうでしょう。一つだけ言えるのは、他人からするとあなたはすでにロザンやエッタなどよりも恐ろしい存在になっているのかもしれません。
It's not like I'm the villain here.
まるで敵のように自分を追い込む。おそらく誰もそんな人を相手にしたくないでしょう。
Well, point is, even if you believe it, well, or even you believed it, I think it could work. Rosa and Edda, both of them would believe I really intend to go up to Mr. Station. Looked Tao straight in the eye. I use this as a chance to flush out anyone, and anything that might interfere with the launch. Edda, Rosa, and the opposition within the military.
各地では今も宇宙センターの再建が進められていますが、そのどれもエッタの妨害で進捗が遅れています。軍の施設だってそれから逃れるどころか、エッタから格別なお世話を受けています。そのため今建設を終え発射準備ができているのは北風宇宙センターのみです。
I know, you've been monitoring it from the start. It's the ideal site, no tree, and harder for Edda to interfere.
まさにデンドロンがないからそこにしたのです。前から宇宙ステーションへ再生するのに理想的な発射地点と見ていました。北風宇宙センターの再建は我が社と軍が合同で進めています。そこに駐屯しているのも軍の中で最も我々に協力的なベオール。
Suppose it gets destroyed. I'll cover her face, rubbing at her brow.
いいでしょう。
Sorry, I won't let your work go to waste for nothing. Your death knell is almost ready.
ということは狙いはロザンですか？
Waited a long time for this. If she shows up, I won't let her get away. The moment Roseanne appeared, we should an objective set in stone. I already told Tao as much during our earlier transmission. Tao. Plan stands. The operation continues.
わかりました。分析にくれぐれも気をつけてください。
Roseanne's new towering forms, several stories tall, weak points, armored and intelligent. The death knell was almost useless against her. There was a fallback plan: rush to North Wind, retreat with Battalion, and abandon the airspace center entirely. No, there's still a chance. For a moment, the thought of retreat flickered, but I pushed it aside. I shook my head and began piecing the situation back together. That form can't be limitless, otherwise she'd have used it earlier. We cornered her several times before. This had to be her last trump card. But assumptions get you killed. I thought she was out of tricks before. Yeah, one of my first lessons in Siege was that you don't assume. If you assume something, then you're gonna die. Esther was our first target, yet I overlooked the fact that the death had affected her during Messi's first encounter. That meant Rosa must have stored a massive amount of treasure inside Esther. Transforming into that form must require an imaginable quantity. Otherwise, she wouldn't have drained Esther to the husk. Since breaking free, I'd been using intelligence to repair the damage left by the death now, and I was nearly back to full strength. Less vertigo than before. I was adapting. If you could neutralize the Titan's first, Rosa might just be beatable. That new monstrous form wasn't just made for confined places like the sanatorium, and it clearly couldn't last. If I struck when she eventually returned to human form, there was a chance. But Mashida couldn't rejoin the fight, no matter what. Look down. The cardiac stimulant was taking effect, and her vitals were finally stabilized. She was in no condition to use the death knell again. The medical department sphere was ready. Death knell was gradually curing Mashida's analgesia, restoring her body's pain response, but the pain itself was intense enough to trigger shock, just like in the last battle. Only Mashida could operate the death knell because her Ixus amplified her manifestation output, but Wit's power wasn't nearly inactive activated. As for me, I tried powering it with Titan, but the moment it fired it, its wave phase locked the Titan in my body, completely disrupting my control. At the same time, it kept siphoning Titan from me until I was dry. In the end, it nearly imploded, so I couldn't use the death knell either.
Hi!
You and Mashida head to Northwind Aerospace Center. Take Esther with you.
じゃあ分析員は
I'm staying behind. The whole rows end here.
でも
The boost force trailed off.
分析員もしかして任務ってもう失敗したの
Your next move is critical. Don't attract Roseanne's attention. We need to keep her away from the north. With so many Titans in the area, local comms are down. Northwind is the only exception. It has a military relay station, equipped with a black room and hardwired comms treated for Titan radiation. From there, you'll be able to contact headquarters.
増援は来ないの
I was fully engaged with holding detonators back and countering Anda's interference. I can't pull others off their fronts. They're already stretched thin. I have to consider everyone's safety. Anda's target was Northwind Aerospace Center, our only solid lead. I need to stay patient and break her plan down step by step. Contact Tao. Ask her to push for military clearance.
許可
For annihilation targets. The explosive is designed to specifically neutralize the engine. Wolf Battalion is a Titan killer unit, so they'll have plenty on hand. Load the rocket's core module with the charges, then launch it straight into the Titans. That'll wipe the residual Titan and keep our footing.
じゃあ分析員はどうするの
The Marine, the blast only reacts with Titan and barely affects anything else. The main risk is the energy surge when the Titan's neutralized. So as long as I'm not too close, I'll be fine. Once the rocket's been launched, withdraw with blue.
嫌だ
Held against my chest, Mashida had been quietly listening until she suddenly spoke up.
私はまだ戦え
No, you can't. Withdraw after the launch. That's an order. Rarely used such a stern tone. Mashida flinched, and Bubu's mouth snapped shut as well. Don't worry about me. Once the Titans are cleared, I'm confident I can take Resident down. Mashida shifted against my chest.
うんわかったブブ必ずやり遂げてみせるよ
I looked down at Mashida. She gave a grunt, then nodded reluctantly. Suddenly, her sensors flashed. She turned toward Esther.
もうすぐ目覚めるみたい
Hold on, I've got an idea. You keep her asleep a little longer. Want you to pull a bullet from her belt and stepped it over. The vent hissed where it split. She held the vent to the Esther's nose while monitoring the sensor readout.
薬弾だよ。中に麻酔剤が入ってる。これでもう少し眠ってもらえるはず。
Yosh, let's try something else. See if we can get anything out of her. During the fight, did the specular ray record Roseanne's final blah, 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 blah. Did the specular ray record Roseanne's visual and voice frame?
その機能ならずっと起動したままにしてるの。
Oh, so we're trying to pretend to be Roseanne in front of Esther. The specular ray's primary function, aside from shooting against the death knell, is disguise. It can split into multiple drones, capturing visual data from every angle. Bring up Roseanne's model.
ちょっと待ってね。
In a blink, the array unfolded into a transparent... No, fucking hell. The array unfolded into a transparent screen between us. Through it, I saw lines of cold crawl between Bubu's visor and armor. The specular ray continuously swept over her, her exosuit lighting up, piece by piece, like a motion capture suit.
これでバッチリ。
When I look back, Bubu, now wrapped in the projection, had taken on the appearance of Roseanne. Alright, that's enough turn off. Even knowing it was only an overlay, seeing Roseanne's face in my name still never seen Pearl.
やりすぎちゃったかな。もう一回やってみるね。
分析員、久しぶりだね。
Yeah, that feels mostly right. When she wakes, this is the conversation we'll steer into. In an endless white void, Esther lay motionless on the ground.
殺せ。あの男と周りにおる娘たちを。
So the Davos controlling Esther is called Erinus. The sky above shimmered into a mirror, and within it, she saw her Davos. Erinus, one of the Furies, a goddess of vengeance.
それはそなたの存在意義じゃ。起きたまえ。休んでいる暇はないぞ。お前、死んだんじゃん。わらわが死ぬと。口を慎めよ。わらわの死は、そなたと復讐を果たした瞬間にのみ訪れる。その時のため、わらわは生きてきたのじゃ。でも、ロザンはお前を食い尽くしたはずだ。だから、もう死んだのだと。あれは確かに痛かったの。じゃが、復讐のためなら、痛みなぞ構わぬ。そなたはそうと思わぬか。はあ。なら、とっとと起きぬか。
Esther tried to move, not even a finger stirred. Erinus blinked.
分析員は待ってくれぬ。もし、そなたが言ったことを忘れたかい？ヘイムダルが憎いのじゃろう。ボール街の人間が憎いと何度もわらわに話し懇願したじゃろう。確かに心の支えを失ったように見えるぞ。ならもう一度繰り返してやろう。そなたが話したことをな。なぜならその憎しみが我々の糧なのじゃ。孤児院のことを忘れたかい？そなたの同胞を殺す光景を生配信したボール街の住人をボール街に出してもらうために受けた屈辱を忘れたとでも言うのかい？覚えてる。そなたを追随していたコヨーテたちを見よ。裏切り者たちがエリアゼロやニューガントラで命を散らし、そなたにあのような姿に変えられたのは何のために？復讐のため。ボール街の奴らに復讐するために。淡々としてるの。勢いがまるでない。肉体が弱ってるとて 意識まで弱っていい理由にはならない。その様ならそなたは死んだのと変わらぬのじゃ。そなたの決心はどこへやった？同胞を化け物に変えるのも辞さぬあの覚悟は、コヨーテへの残酷さをどこへやった？人間の心を捨て、全てを憎しみに捧ぐあの決心は。でも私にはもう何もないんだ。そんなのとっくにそうであろう。憎しみだけ。残るは憎しみだけじゃ。憎しみが尽きぬ限り、わらわは不滅じゃ。力はもちろんついてくるが、そなたは変わらず憎しみの容器じゃ。力あってこその憎しみなら偽物じゃ。力を持って初めて勇気が出るものなぞ、ただの小心者に過ぎぬ。分かった。目を覚まさなきゃ。まだ終わっちゃいない。
Be careful to rise. A wave of pain and vertigo slammed into her. She hadn't set up at all. It was just a dream. In reality, she lay crumpled on the cold floor, her body cold, tight in pain. Esther forced her eyes to open.
起きたのかい？もう少し寝ても構わない。
Yeah, her outfit changed.
主様。
She forced herself to sit upright, pain raced through every inch of her body. She was a wreck. She had always stood behind Roseanne, never brave enough to meet her eyes, but still on her feet. She traded almost everything, her pack's loyalty, her pride, even her will, for a single shot of vengeance. And now, she couldn't even stand. She just knelt there, waiting for whatever Roseanne had in store for her.
ほう。自分が死傷者で亡くなったことに気がついたのかい？いえ、容器にはまだなれます。タイタン物質があればまだ。それもそうか。外にはタイタンがたくさんいるんだし。だが、もしかして私の目的を忘れてしまったのかい？タイタン。もちろん覚えています。分析員を殺し、もしくは分析員の手を借りてシシフォスを殺し、主様の神格融合を完全なものにする。
The fusion with the Deimos is not complete.
タイタン。外にタイタンがいるなら、もう一度それを取り込んでみせます。エリニエスだって蘇りますし、そうなったら。もう一度取り込むと？本気で言っているのかい？あれだけのタイタン物質を。できます。主様のために分析員を殺せるなら何だって。この姿を維持するには結構な量が必要となるが、それでもかい？なんとかできるはずです。もう一度チャンスをください。お願いします。主様に不利益はないはずです。成功したら主様が神格融合をさらに2回できますから。2回。
Roseanne will kill herself. Without warning, Esther's vision went black again. Pain exploded at the back of her neck. She slipped under once more. So I assume we knocked her out after finding out, you know, what Roseanne's plan is. But I feel like we could have had Esther to whip out the Titans first, and then have like the fake Roseanne, you know, collect the Titan again, but it's actually us collecting the Titan, so we can have like a good chance to fight against Roseanne. But whatever, that happened. We, you know, can't undo what's already happened. I'm surprisingly like less tired than last stream, or at least last Snowbreak stream. I guess it's the stories aren't as long as before. At least it's moving faster.
前の変異者の時と同じく私が偵察するから攻撃はお願い。うん、任せて。分析員がいなくてもうまくやれるはず。 ベーターに乗れば外に出られるみたい。よし、準備できた。行こう。この手軽作動ドライブ。諸悪滅上滅。くらえ。準備よし。分析員の役に立てて嬉しいよ。
A gravity lab? Seems pretty easy. I thought it was gonna be a dropper. Oh, it might actually be a dropper. That hurt! Right, there we go. Well, I do have enough energy for in me to like get another story in. I think I'm just gonna like, do the other events and then maybe go get on Genshin for the Durin story. Because I do have limited time to stream today. And so yeah, I usually have limited time. It's either the time is limited or I'm tired to stream. Okay, so let's see what other content we have. Show wishes. Oh, it's okay, we make Christmas trees basically. Hopefully I'll talk to Caroline. She thinks I need to give life a nerf. Okay, so I'll do this off screen if I can. Do I have enough time? I do. I'm gonna do this off screen, so like we have to complete objectives and get stuff. Check stylish tree. What to overhaul? You know what? Let's do it once just in case there's like a cutscene or something. Let's talk to Caroline. What has happened? Hey, Adjutant Life. Are you heading to the resource department to pick up the stylish tree? We did, but they're closed for the day. Ah, right, I forgot to do that. It's the end of the year. Resource usually shuts down for a bit to count inventory. Sorry about that. I'll have this tree sent over for the branch warehouse instead. That's alright. We got time to spare. Leif and I can head there ourselves. Okay, I'll leave it to you then. Thanks, Caroline. Huh? What's with the sudden gratitude? Life simply smiled in silence. She was probably just happy we'd have a little bit more time alone. 3 hours later. It took some effort, but Life and I managed to bring the Starburst tree back to base. Despite the name, it didn't look particularly festive yet, just a small, undecorated tree waiting to be transformed. After getting a stand from the staff and setting it up, we finally had a moment to rest. You've done quite a lot today, Life. Thank you. I could do even more. It never feels tiring as long as I'm with you, darling. You always say that. Alright then, since we have a moment, how about I run a neuronic therapy session for you? Alright, let's do the next task. Life, easy. Can we do normal yet? Maybe. Level 6 is recommended. We don't have level 6. I don't think we have level 6. Oh, 4. We got max stamina for the... Oh, it's... Okay, it's just for this game, but not like... Got unique furniture. Man, I thought it was like just gameplay in general, like kind of stamina. Right, we know how this works. We have more stamina, so that gives us more leeway. I forgot which one is AoE one. I haven't done this in a while. I'm supposed to farm this, I haven't. This side. Just use a focused one on the other side. Side. I carefully performed the neuronics therapy session for life. Dodai. Stikiyo. I've had to describe it. It feels like being born anew. Not good, huh? You should have full confidence in your skills, darling. I'll take that as a compliment. Now, time to find a spot to plant the starfish tree. Let's get back to the Oval Hall. Right, why here? Wouldn't like block whatever cloudy, misty view outside? Like, why not put it here? Or, you know, like right in the middle here. Like right here. I don't know. Whatever. Or like, what about in the middle? Like, there. Like, you know, inside that area that's cut off for some reason. Whatever. I think this spot will do. We'll decorate it over the next few days. I'm sure the others will have some ideas too. Sorry, open an event. There you are, ready to start decorating the starfish tree? Yep, we are. Finish day 1. Day 2. Barren Wilds. What is Barren Wilds? Oh, Barren Wilds is the event farm, isn't it? At least we can wish for some decorations. It's just a routine. Oh, these are daily. I missed a lot then. Source analysis. Oh, no, not daily. These are weekly. Okay. Well, let's do some wishes, see what we get. Whatever those are. Okay. What day is it? Okay, so you're supposed to do this over the course of a week, but we're not going to do that. We're going to speed run through this. Great! It's only giving me 3 prompts. I don't know which one I should be using. One event? No. Yes, I don't think it is. What other prompts do we have? We have... Decorate? Yep. Entered the base and immediately saw Nita by the star tree. Sakine, you mentioned decorating the star tree yesterday, so I figured I'd get here early. Wanted to see if I could help with anything. So, Nita, what do you think we should put on the tree? Flowers, confetti, even coins. Why coins? Nita contemplated her options. None of these feels quite right. I guess I'm not very good at coming up with decoration ideas. Don't worry about it, we're not trying to impress anyone, so just make it something you like. But everyone's gonna see it, right? So it should at least look nice. Then how about we start with some colorful baubles? My family always hung shiny ones on our tree when I was little. Ooh, that actually sounds pretty nice. Wait, Kaya, when did you get here? I can always tell when someone else is alone for my darling. They weren't exactly alone. Well, Naruto, you too? Just to be clear, I came over because I heard the Adjutant was. I definitely wasn't hiding here in advance. Well, since you're here, Naruto, any ideas? Valor seems like a solid choice. In that case, let's head to the research department and see what we can find. Wait, I think I spotted some bubbles somewhere just recently. Oh, that mission on the other day. Come on, everyone! I know just the spot to find it. Well, it's with the mission, right? Yep. If you haven't already, you should at least have Abyss unlocked. I'm gonna do it once because just in case we need to do more for this tree event. Go. Adjutant, let's go scratch some colorful bubbles. Do I need to do it like in person? Okay, I'll do it in person. Oh, we have to kill these guys. It's interesting that they added these kind of twists. I like it. Makes the game mode less boring. I wish like random events do pop up once in a while like that, but like, random, not scripted like this. Let's get back to the overhaul. And decorate the tree. Wait, these are the bubbles. Decorate. I didn't think those robots would have bubbles. I noticed some last mission. They were really pretty, but we didn't have time to grab any. Looks like we finally get to put them into use. Talk about perfect timing. Sometimes the universe really does lend a hand. Thanks to you, Nita, we actually ended up with some really lovely decorations. It's a team effort. After hanging up the baubles, we spent the rest of the day with comfortable ease. Thinking about how to decorate a star tree, I found myself wandering into the cozy parlor. Sakine, are you looking for something to eat? Not exactly. I was wondering what else we could use to dress up the service tree. Oh, that's a pretty tree you told me about, right? Then Echo wants to help too. I'm unsure there would be anything suitable here, but I sure wasn't going to dampen Echo's enthusiasm. Let's get a candle, microphone, and counter in a cozy part to find suitable decorations. King, what exactly is Zetchel looking for? He's searching for something to decorate a starfish tree. Let me think for a moment. Oh, when I was mixing drinks for you earlier, I found a new recipe. When it's made, it gives off these soft wisps and sparkles. Do you think maybe it could be a decoration? That sounds kinda dangerous. I think we better not. Let's keep searching and see what else we can find. Gotta check the channel microphone. What about this microphone? Playing a singing instrumental. Yeah, I want to put it in front of the starfish tree. So that when everyone makes their wishes, the adjutant will definitely hear them. Trust me, I'll hear them just fine. It comes down to whoever can express their love for the adjutant the loudest, I won't lose. We probably won't need the microphone, let's just keep exploring. Microphone check, the count still seems suspicious. Why does the count seem suspicious? Wait, King, how about this candle? If I light it up and put it on the tree, it looks so pretty. I'm not sure, Joel. I'm pretty sure we can't have open flames inside the hall. The smoke alarm would definitely go off. Let's see what else we can find. It wouldn't go off if it's just from candles. Looks like there really isn't anything we could use here. Then I'll go look somewhere else. I just scampered off a few steps, then suddenly spun back around. King, I just thought of a great idea. Oh, what is it? Let's ask Tess for help. She can proof anything into existence. See, Etchel's clever, right? If it says, then we might actually get somewhere. Alright, I'll message her. 5 minutes later. I see what's going on here. Alright, the Great Magician is at your service. Yay! Conjure what Etchel wants, I'll need an assistant. She turned around so fast, Jesus Christ. So, honey, let's do this together. We'll play a game of Puffer Blush and let the cards guess the treasure. Prince King, you have to win this. I got this. Card magic isn't just about winning, you know? What counts is the heart behind it. Alright. Do we have to play with just Tess alone, or like, does it have to just include Tess? Royale. I have Tess. We can't see her cards this time, so we might have a bit of a challenge. Each round, engine will receive at least one color card. Okay, call out Courier Registry to react. What? I don't remember which side is the call out. Snow. Now let's play it safe. Let's play snow card. We'll play one snow, one snow, and one kettle. So our drink was safe. We have a kettle. Okay, so she only has one last drink, and that drink is definitely gonna make her drunk. Let's hope we have we have ass luck again. She played one slow. She's mimicking us. You fell for the same trick. 3 times in a row. Goodbye. I thought she was drunk! Impressive, honey. Now, watch closely and see the magic unfold. Woohoo! Echo, the treasure's ready. Go peek behind the bar. Arigato, Echo. You're the best. Echo ran over and soon let out a cheer. So, what did you prepare for her? Well, I picked up some stuffed toys earlier. I thought they'd look perfect under the tree. Good idea. I knew I could count on you, Tess. Can I get a few sweet words from you, honey? You look adorable today, Tess, just like always. Keep those compliments coming. And so, the afternoon passed delightfully, filled with laughter and cheerful moments. Alright, let's go decorate the tree. Okay, so now there's at least bears or capybaras. And also some gifts as well. And some bunnies. It's done, so let's go talk to Caroline. Hello. Something's happened. Ohayo, Pinseki. Ohayo, Miss Intelligence Officer. It's unusually quiet today. Have you seen the others? Actually, I was about to relay a message. They prepared the treasure hunt for you. The treasure hunt? Looks like they've hidden presents all around the base hall. And to find them, we can use them to decorate the Star Tree. Caroline, you sound exactly like an NPC handing out a side quest in an RPG. That's what they told me to say. I can't help it. Anyway, off you go. Start searching already. So I assume either Mia or Acacia has to do with whatever is happening. The coffee machine has a thing. There's something behind the coffee machine. Wow, you found it that fast. Impressive, my prince. So you hit this one, Yao. Yep, with how often you come into contact with the with how often you come to the coffee machine, I figured I'd just leave it where you naturally end up, my prince. Although I do remember telling you so many times, less coffee and more of that social tea I gave you. It's better for your health. I'll try to ease off on the coffee. Honto? Then I'll be checking regularly to make sure those tea leaves don't go untouched. I'll make sure something else doesn't go untouched. Trash can and the record player. Alright, thank you, game. Let's see, where is the trash can? There's that trash can. There, another trash can somewhere. So is it just this floor? Not this trash can, it's that one. And that music player. It's all over here. It's that, and that. It's all on this side. There's something behind the trash can. It's Mia. Wahoo! You already. Wahoo? I don't know what she's supposed to be saying here. And also, we haven't seen a Mia in like this outfit in the base before. You found it already, yeah, Adjutant. Mia, why don't you hide your gifts behind the trash can? Because everywhere else was too easy. At least this place was kind of hidden. Relax, I made the cleaning bot tie up here first. That's not exactly what I'm asking. I just wanted to point out that it's not any more hidden than any other spots. Hey, why is Mia so short? I like Mia. There's something behind record player. Somehow Acacia is not involved. Ah, that one's from me. I want to find a perfect hiding spot in the hall, but nothing felt quite right. To be honest, I was hoping to see how cute you would look when you couldn't find it and had to ask Big Sis for help. If that's, well, I can play along next time. And I'll be looking forward to that, but this focused look of yours right now, I hope that is just as much as you think. That should be all the gifts, right? Let's see. Oh, there's still one missing. The missing one should be mine. I just remembered, I was supposed to have it in the hall after my mission this morning, but... You accidentally left it at the mission site? Go man, I was too eager to come back and see you. Najobu-sa, let's go retrieve it together. I'm gonna assume we have to do the vet... what's the word? Like the event farm. Caroline, please follow an outing application for us. Wakarimashita, please be careful on the way. Focus on the stage reflection of Valor in play. Have you unlocked that yet? We have, okay. We're gonna go find some gifts. The stage. That's new. Again, they're adding content within the stages.
通信がまだ繋がらない。やっぱりここの汚染濃度も高いみたいにゃ。じゃあ分析員の言う通りにしよう。変異者を片付けながら通信の調子を確かめよう。準備よし。くらえ。
Where do I find the other lights? Like, how much do I gotta explore? And like, are they like high yet? Did they ever get high up? You do get marked by the game, so it's not too hard to
ソ
find.
フィーって人、変異者がこんなにうようよいるところに病気にかかった人を連れ込んで暮らすなんて。通信状態が良くなってきてる。あっちへ行ってみよう。うん。くらえ。この汚れめ。くらえ。もっと慎重にやらなくちゃ。
We shot that one, right? Yep, we did.
くらえ。準備よし。楽勝だったね。重複障害だね。このエレベーター下へ降りるやつみたい。下には最短物質があるから。
Got all of them. I don't know if we can quit,
いいんじゃない？
but just to be safe, let's
違いない
not.
にゃ。とりあえず下へ降りてみよう。後で役立つかもしれないから、ついでに療養センター。分析員。ここにいたんだね。
Let's go. Head back to the event. I think we found some heat. Now let's go decorate. I assume there's probably like more dialogue depending on like which part of the day you're on. No, I want to go to the day. Yep. Now let's go decorate the star tree. Let's see what's new on it. Couldn't tell, unless it's like not on it yet. Took a bit longer than expected, but I finally found all the gifts. Another full and satisfying day. At least there are still gifts on the. Oh, there's the gifts. It's the red gift boxes. Yeah, anyone we need to talk to actually? Now that while we're here, we talk to Cherno, I believe. Wait, how did Cherno go? So why is there like a bar here? What is this bar? Or is it just like a location marker? It's a location marker, okay. Oh, I don't think I've ever seen her here! Because I don't recall seeing this animation yet. I don't remember if it's fixed. I think they fixed it. But We push you. Oh. I don't know where it went, but yeah, we can still push these. And she is slightly more uncomfortable than she was. Oh well. Fired. Sorry, I wasn't able to find what Marcel was after. It's not your fault, Prince King. We were back sitting in the hall, having fled all the way from the containment zone. Seeing Charmel's appearance, the staff who normally spent their breaks here left us alone. It's okay, Trino. You can relax. Marcel won't blame you. I took back my hand that had been resting on Trino's head. After thinking about it, I decided it was best not to further burden her with guilt. Did I not listen, and that's why you're not comforting me, Adjutant? Or did I not do what you wanted me to? Eh? I never asked you to do anything, Trino. Trino simply nodded fearfully, clenching the helms of her clothing without a word. Trino, don't worry, I'm serious, I really didn't. Didn't what? I've been telling Trino all along that you're no different from anyone else. You're just as useless as all the rest. I'm the only one who can protect Trino. I'll be right back. And the only one who knows what she needs. An unexpected guest had appeared, and, well, one that I wasn't quite acquainted with. Besides, I've just been going along with what Trino had seemed to want. I didn't know how to face my soul in order to get her to stop hating me and go off to sleep. Oh, look at those eyes rolls. Those eyes roll. You just can't wait to find a way to get rid of me, can you? I've seen you guys carve before me. I don't need to do or say anything. The moment you hear me, you surrender. I knew you were trash, but I didn't know you could even find a single lost item for me. Well, let's just calm down first. Is that all you can say? What right do you have to tell me to calm down? Without hint, Marcel marched back to her room with her arms crossed. After a moment's hesitation, I decided to open up my comms terminal. Have any of you dealt with Marcel before? Marcel, you're off your head, Adjutant. Chat with her, let her relax a little, and go to sleep. Stop observing what it is she wants. I went back to the room, but I couldn't hear anything. That's alright, just wait for Trino to come back again, then talk to her. I told you not to talk to Trino so much. She's really unstable, and even the slightest thing can overstimulate her. There should be treatment archives somewhere around here. Why don't you go ask the medical department? You can ask about herself, though there's not much we know about her. I went not long after arriving here. Psychological treatment is an ongoing, ever-changing process. You should know that better than most. I'll go the moment Trino comes out safe and sound. I stood outside Trino's door, fidgeting while hypothesizing about which knee I should kneel on so that Trino would accept my apology. The door opened, and a face peered out from behind it. The lady hasn't come to check the trash away? Eek! Didn't you're here? Yeah. Without letting me say another word, Trino shrank back into her bedroom, leaving me facing the door frame. Vroom vroom went the robot vacuum cleaner as it tapped on my shoe, indicating I was in its way. I'm even losing to this robot. The robot vacuum scooted around my foot, then drove itself inside the room through a hole in the door specifically designed for it. After spending some time in silence facing the door, I turned and went to the medical bay. Zucchini, is there something you need? To check Trino's recent health records for me. Trino's right, I've been in charge of her health lately. All documents are near the north wall of the flying room next door. Is there anything that's been coming up repeatedly? No, all she talks about lately is Versal, and when I say lately, I mean starting some weeks ago. She's been against any conversation recently. We've also stopped her treatment to keep her stable. You mean she hasn't had any? Usually you want to like slowly withdraw treatment instead of just suddenly cutting it off. And I guess like what their assumption is that the treatment was affecting her, and so they cut it off to see if it would be better. But I don't think it's doing that good. Anyway, let's go check on other parts of the event. Is there anything that's like expiring soon? No. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna end things here. I'm gonna go quickly stream Genshin for like maybe like half an hour, depending on how long the story is, and then I'll go take the sack. And also, I reached level 90 like yesterday. We have a new banner, or profile icon, I should say. It is a new Masudu. Okay. I would also look at, the Masudu we just got today, but we don't really have time. Alright. Catch you guys in a bit, whenever that is. Probably not too far off.